Welcome to another edition of Power 5. This is Dr. Slick, the StreamBoss. I'm the host with the most. I'm telling you, this week we have another artist inside the house. No need to introduce him. He will introduce himself.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Siggy. Siggy gets busy on the MIC. Feeling great to be here on top of Power 5. Now, if you didn't catch that, my name is Sigma Defense from SXM. You don't know what it is. Follow me on Instagram, Zaga.
Yes, Sigma Defense. I'm telling you, welcome to Power 5. You've done no long time we've been waiting to interview you, and not never happened before the time, but I'm saying welcome to Power 5, and I'm telling you, and the people out there in the global world want to know what of music do you do?
Okay, the genre of music that I do different kinds. I started off rapping at first, writing poetry for the girls I'm in class, and then started to experiment with a little bit of R&B, reggae, a little more vocalizing. And now my style is kind of like a blend of rapping and singing in a way, because I sing also and I also rap, so just give people a little different, vibes, a little more Caribbean twist on the whole hip-hop thing, you know what I mean? That's what I'm about.
Who are some of the people in the music fraternity who you would say inspire you?
Well, in the brotherhood of music, man, I was inspired by legends, you know what I mean, like Tupac, B.I.G. One of my favorite rappers of all time is Notorious B.I.G. and it's sad that we got that kind of talent pulled away from us at such an early age. Dude never made it to be 30, you know what I mean? Another artist that I admire a lot growing up was like James Brown, Michael Jackson, Prince, even R&B groups and stuff like that, like Blackstreet and Dr. Dre, NWA, that whole thing, Eminem. And even now, like some new guys now, they inspire me too, like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, those people, in my opinion, they sort of challenge me to get better at the lyricism. So those are guys I look at like a very, very lyrical, Busta Rhymes, inspired by a lot of different genres and different sounds, not just things with rap and thing, like Beanie Man, Vibes Cartel, different style. Yeah, I like to sort of
experimental artist.
Yeah, in many ways, you know what I mean? Like now I try to take everything I learned so far and put it out in a way that people can listen to.
And how long would you say you've been doing music professionally?
That's tough to say, man. Like professionally, I don't know, I would say maybe the last 5 years. That's really the last 5 years when I really started making money off of my own music.
Yeah, putting in the good work.
Yeah, but that's why I'm getting paid from my own music, you know what I mean? That's when the music paying me. But
yes,
prior to that, it wasn't really paying. Like it was just struggle after struggle when it comes to this music thing.
So you would say professionally start getting paid 5 years?
Yeah, about 5 years.
Before that, but
yeah, I said performing maybe since I was 6 years old. My first performance was when I was 6. It's probably about 19 years ago. I just made birthday on Sunday, so it was about 19 years ago.
And where are some of the places that you performed?
So I performed here in St.Maarten. I performed in Miami, New York, in Houston, Texas. I went over there a few years ago with my homeboy Simple Tune to talk to some A&Rs and do some stuff over there. In New York, I touched some open mics. In Miami, I actually headlined a festival. It was the seafood festival that they have down south in Florida, and they had different artists from different places. Some people from Virgin Islands, from different Caribbean islands, and I performed over there. It was really, really, really nice experience. People coming up to you, asking for your autograph and shit like that. It was really nice, man. It was really.
The global people out there that listen to your music that does know everything about it. Tell them 2 things that they doesn't know about you in the day-to-day life.
Well, I think something a lot of people don't know is I bust my ass working 2 to 3 jobs every day. I do a lot of things, man. I do graphic design, marketing, voiceover work. It's just a lot of shit. But what a lot of people don't know is I come from a single-parent household. My mother worked to support the 5 of us. It was 5 kids she had, and we lived in like the holes of holes in Dutch Quarter, like shit running in the road, like all the time, shit water in the road, Spanish people playing music all damn day, kids running around in their underwear, playing in mud, like that's where I come from, Dutch Quarter. And I also lived in Kobe for a while too, but like my mother lived in Dutch Quarter and that's where we kind of raised. things were very hard when we were young, you know. But one thing I learned from that woman is if you work hard and you have a plan, things will work out, you know. And the fact that I'm still here alive this day, you know, when a lot of my friends aren't alive now, is proof of that, you know. And that's a lot of people probably don't know that. A lot of people look at me and think I come from this, you know, well-off family, you know what I'm saying? But things were very hard growing up. They were very, very hard. What I try to do is always be authentic, you know, not come with no weird stories where you can't identify with it. I try to explore my imagination with certain things when I write, but I always put things in there to make you think, you know what I'm saying? Like the dump is still burning, you know what I mean? That's something that's important for me to talk about because people seem to forget that our dump is always burning, it's always on fire. And we just chilling and partying like everything is all good, but who knows what's gonna happen in the future with our things. So I always try to put little things like that in my songs, you know, to make people think.
Sigma Defense, you don't know. So far you know, enlight the place up with a lot of things that I myself didn't know as a host. And but the people out there that's watching, where can some of the places they can go to find your music?
Yeah, they could check me out on SoundCloud, Sigma Defense, Defence. You can just Google me also. If you Google Sigma Defense Music, you're gonna find all of my songs, music videos, things like that. I got a website called iamsigmadefense.com. And then also you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Sigma SXM on Twitter. I'm on everything, you know. What I always try to do is make sure that my music is easy to find. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't have to go through too much things to find my songs. You just type in Sigma Defense, boom, bam, you're gonna find them.
I'm telling you, the young youths out there that's watching this interview, what advice do you have for them?
Yeah, so what I would tell like, the youths coming up, especially the musicians, is to stay true to yourself, keep original. There's only one you out there, there's nobody else like you. So shine like yourself, don't try and copy. It's okay to try and emulate certain things. When I first started to make music, I was copying, to a certain extent, Biggie Small flow and Beanie Man, how he used to say all those slick things on those songs. And from there, I kind of find a space where I liked for a while, and then it keeps changing and evolving. But what I learned through all of that is it's best to be yourself because it's more believable. People can believe you when you are yourself. They look at you, exactly. They look at you and say, yo, that's who that guy is. You're not trying to be nobody else. And that's really what I think the main message of music, especially my music, is about.
Sigma Defense, the people out there, they like what's going on. They're, you know, getting on to you. They're streaming you. Numbers is going up. What's the next project coming up for Sigma?
Several things coming up. I have a movie that we finished shooting last year, still to get distributed. There was another one I was working on with this African producer and director. We wrapped that one up this year with some international actors on it. Simeon Henderson and Yena Igwe, the #1 actor from Nigeria. And we're also working on a ton of different things. Musically, I have a project that I've been releasing songs from. I don't really have a name for it yet, but I released like Coffin, Lardon, Vagina Girl. These are all songs from that project. So those have been out there and radio's been supporting most of them pretty good, and I got some good streams on them. So just to release more singles, you know, besides the movie thing, more singles. Talking to somebody right now about doing a television show, starring in a role in the show that they're producing. More trips overseas, more money, you know, more headache, more drama, love, and you know, for what you guys doing here, this is really dope. You know what I mean? Power 5, like this is, we need more shows like this where people interview local artists and sort of get in their minds a little bit and, you know, spread awareness of what's going on down here. So man got a lot of talent, man.
This is the question where a lot of people just ask, you know, because knowing St.Maarten has so much talented artists in many different genre, and there's not enough platforms for them on the global scale. What message do you have to send out there to the people that's in charge that can make a difference toward moving the youths of St. Maarten forward in the global scene and the music scene?
Well, that's a very good question, my brother. Very good question. I think on St. Maarten we need to reinvest in musical programs like how we used to before. When I came into school, I went to St.Maarten Academy, one of the best schools by far, right? And in that school, when I came in, we had a music program. They were teaching us music, how to play instruments and things like that. I remember this, the teacher for that program told us that you can be broke, right? But as long as you know how to play an instrument, you can always make money. Because people can always need entertainment, always. Entertainment right now is $100 billion industry. People making a lot of money. There's enough money to feed everybody, and everybody can eat. But what we lack down here on St. Maarten is the hard work mentality. People have to feel dedicated to something. I'll give you an example, right? We have a lot of artists here that went away and traveled and performed. Youth Waves, Mighty Dow, King Bobo, even Timo. Perform in different places all over the world.
Yes, I know.
You understand? And they come back here to St. Maarten, and it's like for the first, when you come back the first few weeks, and I've experienced it myself, first few weeks everybody wants to know you, everybody around you, everybody want to listen to you. And then once they get used to you, they sort of like, you just become normal again. No support, none of those things. I know for a while they were investing in some cultural stuff, which was cool. But I used to tell the people in charge of culture, because I had an opportunity to speak to them in many ways, in governments, both government, Dutch and French side. And they're forming right now this thing called the Artist Guild on the Dutch side. And it's gonna take some time. But what it is to protect the artists, to help finance the artists and the projects. And those who are involved, like every other month we get email, this is what's going on, where you want to take money from, you know what I mean? And then bam, bam. So things are happening, right? It's a slow process because we never done this before. We never had an artist guild like this before. So I encourage like artists, if you're serious about it, go and get yourself registered in the government building. On the Dutch side, there's ways to get help. It's not the best, because like I said, it's brand new, they're still learning everything. But you gotta try it somehow. For the overseas now, St. Maarten is a very small community, right? We're everywhere in the world, but we don't always show ourselves in the world. So we gotta learn to appreciate our people when they, not just when they're overseas, but when they're here. Because there's no reason why a guy like King James can't go to France and kill it. There's no reason why somebody like Kembe can go to Japan and kill it. You know what I mean? There's no reason why somebody like Sigma Defense can't go and perform in Miami for whatever festival and kill it. There's no reason why that shouldn't be a possibility. We just gotta have open mind, we gotta work very hard. A girl once told me that the problem with St. Maarten rappers is that they're pretending to be something that they're not, right? And I took that to heart. She told me that when I was 13 years old. And there was no rappers like that on St. Maarten. There was like a very few panels who were rapping, but there were no rappers, you know what I'm saying? And she told me like a lot of the guys, they sound like they're trying to sound like the people from the States. And that's what it's killing for them. And I took that shit to heart, and I realized that more now as I rap in our style and more St. Maarten Caribbean, it impact harder and it lasts a little longer now, because now we're telling our stories. We're not telling the story from the man in the States, Jamaica, from Japan, we're telling St. Maarten stories. And I think the world wants to hear St. Maarten stories.
A few months ago, you had a song that was creating a stir within the St. Maarten community. And the people out there are watching and they are listening, and they want you to clarify this song. What does it mean? And what's this song meant for the government?
All right, so yeah, I did drop a song that was a little controversial. The song is called the Steve Carino Virus Freestyle, or the COVID-19 Freestyle. And in it I said, the Prime Minister mad, St. Maarten people matter. I wonder if Ansari getting thin or getting fatter. What does it even matter? Almost like we can't breathe. Poor people realize that children can't read. So I wasn't really dissing anybody. I was just talking about what everybody was feeling at the time. You know, the Prime Minister was upset with the whole situation. People weren't washing their hands. People were going out and doing all kind of crazy stuff. And even though she was mad, everybody was mad. You know, we all had our liberties taken away from us. We couldn't go where we wanted to, how we wanted to. Up to now, we still are not free. So, you know, like, it was just basically just saying what was on everybody's mind. You know, I wasn't trying to insult anybody. Just speaking the facts and just saying what everybody felt. That's really it. Hope that clarifies it.
Knowing how much performance you've been all over the world performing, Miami, New York, all about. You don't know we're in St.Maarten and we want to give them a St.Maarten hardcore performance right here on Power 5. Can you do that for us?
Oh yeah, no doubt. These are some stranger times. You live, you love, you learn, you die. Bring it back one more time and take the pain away. On the road again, suffering. Come along, my friend, to the end. I thank the Lord again. Forgive my sins. What do I look for? Yeah. What do I fight for? Yeah. I don't have control, no. Causing an uproar. Hustling without a care. All my grind is almost there. Yeah, yeah. Big up St.Maarten, you don't know. Your boy Sigma Defense. Big up the Dreamer Entertainment one time, Power 5. Big up StreamBoss. Big up Raps here by Coochie. Big up everybody involved. You don't know what it is. Zaga. Peace out.
Big shout out to our main sponsor, Coochie's Barbershop, located in Cold Bay. The Nisa Restaurant and Bar next door. And Jamtillion on Wheels. They open for dinner. I'm telling you, this is Dr. Slick, the StreamBoss, streaming it globally on Power 5. Thanks to all the fans that have been tuning into Power 5 on all social media sites. Check them out. We are on YouTube.
Well, I like the way you're getting on and doing your thing. Girl, the way you back it up and make it rub on my jeans. Make me wanna take you home and go put it between.